our world, there are more than 2 billion types of animals, 400,000 types of plants. We're going to know what is an ecosystem. An ecosystem is made up of two parts. Abiotic factors. Natural gas, crude oil, or some examples of fossil fuels. Burning produces large amounts of carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases which affect as deforestation. So what is deforestation? Learn how to save the earth and teach how to save the earth. Conserve water means just literally save water. In our world, there are more than 2 million types of animals, 400,000 types of plants, and scientists have also discovered thousands of bacteria, protists, and other living things. So, today I'm going to talk about ecology. So, first up, we're going to know what is an ecosystem. So, everything around a plant or animal, large or small, which affects its way of life, is known as an ecosystem. So, even our skin is an example of natural ecosystem. But how? Even when it's clean and healthy, it still contains billions of microscopic organisms, which they have their own environment or ecosystem. An ecosystem is made up of two parts. The first part is biotic factors, which contains animals, protists, fungi, bacteria, and plants. And the other part is the abiotic factors, which contains sun, soil, water, climate, and wind. So what is biotic factors? What are biotic factors? Biotic factors are also known as the living part of the environment. So, as I mentioned, they contain animals, as you can see in the picture, like tigers, deer, whatever, or plants like any type of tree, grass, anything. They are called biotic factors. So, what are abiotic factors? Abiotic factors are also known as the physical environment. So it means they are not living things. Biotic factors or living things cannot survive without abiotic factors. For example, a plant cannot survive without soil, water, or sunlight, or even in different temperatures. So it needs certain temperatures. So this is called an abiotic factors, and the interaction between biotic and abiotic factors is known as the ecosystem. Even a park, aquarium, and as I mentioned, our skin is also an example of a natural ecosystem. What is oxygen cycle? Oxygen is needed for respiration to almost all living organisms. If they are unable to respire, they cannot release energy from food. The air contains 21% of the oxygen gas, and the oxygen is produced during the process of photosynthesis, and it's one of the most important gases on Earth. What is carbon cycle? Carbon is the main element in our world. So carbon is removed from the atmosphere during the process of photosynthesis. Then when living things inhale oxygen, then they exhale carbon dioxide. Within the carbon dioxide is observed by trees, and then again the trees produce oxygen, and the same cycle will last till the day of judgment. Natural gas, crude oil are some examples of fossil fuels. As the population increased, the use of fossil fuels is also increased. So burning of fossil fuels produces large amounts of gas, carbon dioxide gas, which then trap on the Earth's surface and create the phenomenon we know as global warming. And fossil fuels are used to power businesses, industries, and fulfill our daily needs. So, what is global warming and what causes this? As I mentioned, burning produces large amounts of carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases, which affect the Earth's temperature. There are many reasons, and there are many reasons why global warming is formed. So, global warming is formed when the population increases, or we can say overpopulation, industrialization, and domestic cooking, and deforestation, and etc. One of the biggest reasons why global warming and the Earth's temperature is increasing is deforestation. So, what is deforestation? The clearing of forests by natural or human activities is known as the deforestation. So the trees might be cut, the jungles or forests might be ruined by humans because of purposefully for agriculture, and this, as I mentioned, industrialization, and etc. So mostly humans destroy forests because of their own benefits, to benefit mankind, but actually they are destroying the lives of thousands of or even millions of living organisms. So another reason for global warming is overpopulation. So, and recent studies shows that in each 13 years the population of Earth has increased 1 billion. Like in 1974, the population of Earth was about 4 billion. Then in 1987, it became 5 billion, 1999, 6 billion, and then in 2012, the population of Earth, increased up to 6 billion. Then in 2020, it even reached 7 billions, and now in 2024, it's about to hit 8 billions, twice as the population. It's like twice as the population 50 years ago. 50 years ago it was 4 billion, now it's 8 billion. In 2027 it's gonna be 9 billion as it's estimated to be, and in 2048 more than 10 billions it's estimated. So what is food chain? A food chain shows how energy passes from one level of organism to another. Mostly, a food chain is started by a consumer, like by a producer, which it's plants like grass, and trees, as I mentioned. As you can see, the grass is eaten by the grasshopper. Then the grasshopper is eaten by robin, and then robin is eaten by a snake, and snake is then eaten by eagle. Then when the eagle dies, then it is decomposed by fungi. Then the circulation keeps going on. And one important thing about it is that the more consumers, the more consumers are added to the food chain, the energy will get lesser and lesser. For example, the energy that grasshopper has observed from grass is now decreased, and then when grasshopper is eaten, the energy is again decreased. So the energies keeps decreasing. What is food web? Food web is quite similar to food chain. The only difference is it's literally a combination of many food chains. Food web is pretty useful when you have many food chains. So you can just arrange them together and form a food web, which illustrates your point, and it's pretty useful. So what is symbiosis? Sometimes two quite different living organisms live together, and which at least benefits one of them. One example, and then symbiosis is divided into two parts. One is mutualism, and the other one is parasitism. So what is mutualism? Mutualism is when both organisms benefit from this relationship. For example, as you can see in the picture, the bee helps the flower with the process of pollination. So it helps the bee, and then as the bee flies and then goes to suck the nectar from another flower. So when it flies from this flower, it carries the pollens. Then from this flower, when it sits on the other flower, it transfers the pollen grain from this flower to another, which then helps the plants with the pollination. So what is parasitism? So parasitism is a relationship which benefits only one of the organisms, like mosquitoes, which when they suck blood out of the human body, it's only beneficial for themselves. They are not actually attempting to kill humans, but they suck the blood out of the human body to produce eggs, to lay eggs. They need mosquitoes. Female mosquitoes suck blood out of human body, but when they suck blood, they will inject. They will inject any type of disease which they have in their own body, which one of them is malaria, which is deadly, which kills thousands of humans per year, and like only the mosquitoes are the deadliest creatures on Earth, as they kill 750,000 humans per year, and after that is we humans ourselves. What is predation? It is an important relationship between predator and its prey. When the predator eats the prey, the amount of or the population of prey decrease, and when the population of prey decreases, for example, when the lions attack and prey on zebras, the population of zebras decrease. So when the population of zebras decrease, then it means the lions will get less food. So as they get less food, their population also decreases. When the population of lions decrease, then zebras population will get much more. They increases, and then so on. It continues. So how to save the planet Earth? 7 simple things you can do to help and protect Earth. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. So reuse, you can simply use a used item again, and instead of just throwing it away, like maybe it's old-fashioned, but you can still use it. So it's better to use it rather than throwing it away. Or recycle. Recycling is one of the most important ways and essential ways to keep our environment clean and even and save Earth. Like Germany has the highest recycling rate, which this is why Europe is quite clean, or Switzerland as well. But most of the Asian countries are not. They are not much caring about recycling. Like India, Pakistan, even our country, Afghanistan, they are not actually caring about recycling. This is why the pollution is increasing rapidly every day. And besides Asia, there are also other countries in Africa, like Kenya and other countries, which they are not recycling. This is why they don't have much. The weather is not fresh, and like pollution is a lot. So cut down on what you throw away. So don't, as I mentioned, don't throw away much things which they can be used again. Volunteer. Like, what does volunteer mean? Like volunteer in social. Like you should volunteer in social activities. Like for example, the Tomatino festival in Spain. It's a festival of throwing tomatoes at each other. They throw tomatoes at each other, and the streets are fully red. And then after enjoying, when the festival is done, they will just start cleaning up, and everywhere will be cleaned up. This is volunteering, but unfortunately, it's not here in Afghanistan. Educate, teach. Learn how to save the earth, and teach how to save the earth. Conserve water means just literally save water. Shop wisely. Use long-lasting light bulbs, and finally, the most important part is planting a tree. So, thanks for watching Afghanistan English Campus, leading youths towards success.